Welcome in, Space Coast Daily. Zach Clark here at the Space Coast Daily TV studios here in Cocoa, Florida. We are in for quite a treat here today. One of our usual guests is back into the studio here today, and we have Corrie Borde from Borde and Associates, who is going to talk a little bit about everything for your insurance needs, and we got a great topic here we're going to be talking here in just a little bit. But before we do that, if you want to be able to reach out and see more or get more information about Borde and Associates, you can go onto their website at baapa.us. Once again, that's baapa.us. Or you can also reach them by telephone as well at 321-252-2340, 321-252-2340. And if you want to be able to leave a question or a comment for Corrie Borde, go ahead and leave a comment at the bottom of this post here at this video. You can be able to reach out to Corrie Borde, and if you got any questions, a member of the great team at Borde and Associates will be able to answer your questions there as well. All right, Corrie. Well, it was great to see you, and great to have you back into the studio. And we thank you for taking time here with Space Coast Daily. How you doing?
Doing great. Doing great.
Good, good, good. So, Corrie, what are we going to be talking about today?
We are going to be talking about indexing strategies utilized in universal index life insurance and fixed indexed annuities.
All right. Well, I'm very new to this, so go ahead and what exactly do you have to share with us today?
So the way that indexing works is your funds isn't directly invested in the market. Okay. So it's not volatile, right? Like the way the market runs. There's a certain strategy that's utilized that gives a safety aspect to your funds, a cash value in universal index life, and then also your accumulation or your cash that you put into a fixed index annuity. Okay. We use a term, it mirrors the market, but it's not directly invested into the market. Okay. And I'll just keep it simple, right? We'll keep it simple.
Okay. I appreciate that.
I actually had an agent that I sent an insurance video clip on, and they told me, like, oh, you know what? I think I have to take a class on that. And I'm like, no, it's simple. Just think about it.
Okay.
All right. So let's just work with $100.
Okay.
All right? Keeping it really simple.
Good.
Okay. We're going to take $100 and we're going to put 97% of it. And I'm just going to use like a money market or even a bank CD. Okay? We put the $97 in a CD earning 5% for the year, right? So remember, we started with 100.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So $97 plus yielding 5% interest for the year, including your returns will be $101.85 on that 97, right?
Right.
Okay. So you're already above the 100, right?
Right.
But the other $3 from that 97, you trade options. Or that's what the insurance carrier does. They trade options, right?
Okay.
So if the market is bullish and they're trading call options and they make their spread, right? That's only $3 out of that 100 of your money in there. Okay. So if the market's bearish and they lose your $3, right?
Right.
Well, they still invested your $97 in the CD, just hypothetically, paying 5%. So you gain $1.85. You see?
Yes.
So, in layman terms, if you want to say, that is what the insurance carriers do. Whether it's the fixed index annuities or the universal index life, and that's why you'll see different marketing material that's out there that says when the market is bullish, you share in the gains. When the market is bearish and down, you plateau. When the market is bullish, you share in the gains. When the market's down, you plateau.
I see.
You see?
Yeah.
So that is a basic strategy, behind that concept. Okay? And I just wanted to let, the public know how it works because, I think in the 80s, annuities, had a bad name. And I believe that were more like the variable annuities, which again, those are tied to the market.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not an indexing strategy like the example I just made.
Right.
So those are volatile, up and down, up and down. And then also what you find is that the fees on those are usually higher.
Okay.
Yeah. And by the way, this again is not financial advice. This is just educational purposes, just to let the public know in layman terms how that indexing strategy works.
And that's what some of the great things that you do here at Borde and Associates is, kind of translate that to the terms that, everybody else probably, I'm sure I'm not the first one that really was questioning, what is that exactly? Kind of just even the name of it, and it kind of is a little intimidating when you hear that, and you're just like, what does that mean? I don't know what that means, but you put it in a great sense, and you and your great team help explain it so well, so people can be able to understand it very well. And if that's a path for them, you put it in a really good way to be able for people to want to invest in invest in themselves, and that's one of the great ways that you can be able to do that is just a little bit of money here, and then it can pay off for you down the road. And if it doesn't pay off, it's only a very small percentage of what you wanted to put money into it. Like in that great example that you just gave, it doesn't have to be a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, I gave, like that example to make it easy to understand. But if it was 100,000, then you still make looks like 1,850.
Yeah.
Rather than if it's in the market, you may be negative.
Right.
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 You see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, shares and gains plateaus,
So-
shares and gains plateaus. Not, if you have the same $100 and it's in the market and the market's bearish, right, and you lose 3%, you need more than 3% to recover that 3% loss.
Yeah.
Right? Because now you have to get, that 97 that
Yeah.
you're at back to that 100 is going to be more than 3%.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's
That's more than a 3% gain.
you learn something new every day, and I definitely learned something new right there. One of the great things in the Borde and Associates is they also have other great services that you guys provide too, and can help coach people through the different financial situations and insurance needs. The great team at Borde and Associates can help you in that, and one of the ways that you can be able to reach out to them is baapa.us. You can also go and give them a phone call at 321-252-2340, and you can also leave a comment here on the Facebook page or any of the social media pages, and they will be able to reach out to you in a quick fashion to answer any questions that you may have. Corrie, anything else that we should know about when it comes to annuities?
Yeah, well, so whether it's the annuities or cash value life insurance and the indexing strategies, I mean, that is just one of many options that we offer.
Yeah.
Because I am also securities registered, so I do work with whether it's stocks, bonds, ETFs, 401ks, traditional IRAs, SEPs, self-directed accounts, or group accounts. We do, cater to it all, even self-directed HSA accounts.
And you help people all across from the state of Florida, but you are based here in Brevard County. And if you want to be able to go into their offices at 1900 South Harbor City Boulevard here in Suite 328. Suite 328 in Melbourne, you can go and check out the great facility there that they have at Borde and Associates.
I got one other thing.
One other thing. Okay, go ahead.
So what also makes us different is being a registered investment advisor allowed me to stay independent.
Okay.
And not to have a sponsor, et cetera. Like I do have a broker-dealer and an investment advisory firm that I work with that have over 40 years tenure in the field, that
Yeah.
are my mentors, right? But being independent, another example of each, lots of examples today. So I have a client that came to me within the last month or so, and he wants to basically roll or transfer his 401k funds into tangible gold and silver, into precious metals,
Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
So even for that type of scenario, we do have outlets for it.
Okay.
So whether it's precious metals, whether it's real estate, we do have.
Bitcoin? You do
we
any
do.
cryptos?
I haven't looked into cryptocurrency.
Okay.
But as far as tangible, right? Like,
Right.
yeah, we do have outlets.
Okay.
Outlets for it. And part of being, independent, I tell folks, if you're doing work around the house and you need a tool, right? You
Right.
don't have it, you go to the store and you get it, right?
That's right.
So in the same respect, being independent, have the flexibility. If I don't have a particular tool and there's a tool available in the marketplace and through research, et cetera,
Yeah.
we're able to source that tool. And if it makes sense for the client,
Yeah.
we could always bring it on board.
And it also gives you the opportunity to give the best care for your clients as well, and
Correct.
being independent like that. That's, there's not too many of those. I don't think nowadays,
Yeah.
and that's one of the great things about what Borde and Associates can do for you is. They're independent, and they got a great team, and they take the time to get to know the client, and they also take time to answer any questions that that client may have. One of the previous videos that we talked about was fraud, and if anybody has any questions, if they feel like they're being a victim of fraud, maybe reaching out to a member of your team, and you'll be able to decipher that pretty quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
And you do a great job, and it's just a small example of the job that they do at Borde and Associates. They really take time for their clients. And it means a lot to them, and you build personal relationships with a lot of them too.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's a great asset in today's day and age. Well, thank you very much, Corrie
Thank you,
Borde
Jack.
from Borde and Associates. If you want to be able to find out more information, once again, that website is baapa.us. You can also reach out to them at a phone number at 321-252-2340. Or you can also reach out to them on their social media pages as well. They are very responsive in their social media, that you can be able to ask any questions there as well, and they'll be able to help you in the best way that they can. Well, thank you very much, Corrie. Thank you for
Thank you,
taking the
Zach.
time with
Thank you for
SpaceCoastDaily.
having me.
Good to see you, and have a great rest of your summer.